Good morning, my beauties, my lovelies, my friends. In the words of the good old friend, Christina Randall. Welcome again. In this video, I'm going to show you how to register your Victor Reader Stratus 12M in order for that to function with RFBND and Learning Ally. RFB and D, not AND, but the and sign, I'll show you one of my books here so you guys can get a clue of what I'm talking about. Is a service that helps the print disabled read books and turn pages faster. It's a very nice service. I really enjoy being a member of RFBND. Now, I got a few of these books. I had a bunch of them in this little case that's falling apart, and I also got another case. This one's all just leisure reading, and then this one has a boatload of textbooks in it. So, for the sake of it, I'll just use the leisure reading. Now, these came with two Victor Reader vibes. One did not come with the correct power supply, and the other one did. So I will purchase a power supply for my Victor Reader vibe. Now, there are two ways that you can register this with RFBND or Learning Ally in this case. One is doing it digitally by downloading the user authorization key, or the old way is by using the user authorization key software CD-ROM that will go into the Victor Reader unit. I will show you right now an example of an RFBND CD. This is a Daisy Digital Talking Book that will not play with any other CD player. Okay, this is RFBND. Okay, you see that and sign? Oh, my hand's right there. I don't need that. R, F, B, and D. All the letters are uppercase, and there's your and sign between the D and the B. The B and the D, okay? Recording for the blind and dyslexic. Now, it's known as Learning Ally. So, also on that note, thank you, Joy Behar, for being a volunteer whenever RFBND was running. I do appreciate what you have done for the community. That's what I like of people, putting communities first and themselves last, even though a lot of people don't do that. But without further ado, let's go on with the show. All right, so we're going to go over to my Victor Reader Stratus 12M, because that's what we're using. Now, the only two libraries here in the US, or the USA, or the United States, whatever you want to call them, or whatever you want to call it. I was about to say them being the libraries, but nope. The United States, whatever you want to call it, you can call it whatever you want. So, this is the Victor Reader Stratus 12M. I recently purchased this, and I already did the paperwork, filed the paperwork in order for it to work with NLS Bard. Now, I forgot to mention Learning Ally, because it's no longer RFBND. It's now Learning Ally. So I'm going to show you what happens when I go to play a book. So I'm going to turn this on, and one of the annoying things, okay, it just turned on. One of the annoying things, it takes quite a good minute to boot. So let me go ahead and get a book here. Okay, these are all CDs. Nowadays, you can play them off of a USB or SD card. Okay.
Welcome to Victor Reader.
There's your USB, and then there's your SD card, and there's your headphone socket. So thankfully, they are not following Apple's lead at last. Okay. So now that this has booted up, okay, Daisy books are structured books from Learning Ally. Obviously, NLS Bard does not go by page navigation, and it doesn't have that capability. So I will show you right now. I will show you right now what happens when you go to play a book. Okay, so I will insert my book into the slot. Okay, just like that.
No exit, and 3 other plays.
Processing. Book key. Book key. Not processed.
Okay, so the
No
speed's
exit,
a little
and
bit
3
up.
other plays.
Speed 2. Speed 1. Speed 0.
Okay, so I adjusted the speed. So let's go to page 1.
Go to page
Let's go to page 3, actually.
3.
Okay, and watch what happens.
Page 3 does not exist.
Nope.
Go
Let's
to
go to
page.
page 4.
4. Page 4 does not exist. Go to page 5. Page 5 does not exist. Go to page 1.
Oh my god.
Go to heading. Go to time. Go to page.
I'll press play.
Beginning of book.
Alright.
No exit, and 3 other plays.
This playback system is unable to play this copyright-protected RFB&D Audio Plus book. Please contact RFB&D's Member Services Department at 800-221-4792 for information on how you can enable this playback system to play this copyright-protected RFB&D book.
End of book.
Okay, so in this case, you will have to eject the book. So I will go ahead and press the eject button right under the diamond-shaped bookmark button.
Eject.
Now, if you are low vision, some buttons are color-coded, which is pretty nice. Like the eject, volume keys, and sleep, as well as the play stop, are all orange. Now, I usually call the play stop button Cheez-It button, but no. Even though Cheez-Its have a hole in the middle, don't get me wrong. But I'm sorry to make you hungry, guys, but you know, this here is more like a Mickey Mouse type of hole. You guys remember Mickey Mouse? Everybody does, if you're up in Disney World and what have you. But let's go ahead and authorize that machine or playback system. So I'm going to show you how to do that right now. I'm going to go ahead and insert my thing, and this will require a password. Nowadays, books from Learning Ally will not require this password if you still have CDs, but more nowadays everybody uses SD cards and USB thumb drives or blank cartridges. So this will be a one-time entry for the password. I'm going to go ahead and load my CD, my authorization CD. And I will not share this password, obviously, because that's not who I am. I don't share passwords. Okay, I just loaded it, and you're going to hear the procedure.
Installation of this RFB&D user authorization key is limited exclusively to registered RFB&D members. Any other use is strictly prohibited by law. Please enter your RFB&D personal identification number to confirm that you are a current member and that you agree to the restrictions of copyright and the terms and conditions of membership.
Enter validation code.
Okay, so it just told us to enter the validation code. And by the way, for those of you who want to know, what is the Victor Reader Voice's name? Well, I'm happy to announce that his name is Blair. Not Claire, but Blair, okay? I'm accommodating people, and that's what I'm all about. So I'm going to connect a line-in cable because I don't want anybody to know what my password is, or in this case, PIN or validation code. Victor Reader products and Blaze products, or hymns and other stuff, will tell you what the numbers are. But in this case, I am not dumb, and I will never throw caution to the wind the same way a lot of people have done it in the past. So without further ado, let's make this happen, and let's go on with the show. Alright, so I'm going to plug in my auxiliary cable into the headphone socket, and I'm going to use the telephone style keypad. And I forgot to mention that when it comes to the power button, it is illuminated. When it's charging, it will glow amber, and it blinks amber. When it stops charging, it's a steady light that is in the color amber, and when it's powered on, the light is green. Alright, so I'm going to enter my password. Okay, so I just entered my password. One that, again, I will not share because you don't share passwords with anybody. Even though the device is not hackable, you still don't do it, okay? So while I'm putting this cable away, my shout out also goes to Christina Randall and those who are working on the front lines during the ongoing pandemic. My shout out goes to you as well. So let's go ahead and press the confirm key and watch what happens. Okay, I just put my auxiliary cable away, and I'm going to authorize my Victor Reader Stratus 12M. So in the United States, Learning Ally and NLS Bard are the only two libraries that you must register your player with. Okay? So watch what happens when I press pound.
Correct validation code. User key. Processed. Eject.
And there you go. Your CD now comes out. Alright, so let's go ahead and try playing that book again. And I will show you what happens. Now, nowadays, I said USBs and SD cards are used, but when you go to authorize a DAISY device, when you're in your Learning Ally account, you will select it from the drop box, just like NLS Bard. Okay, that's my book right there that you see in the CD drive. You will then, after selecting your player, in this case Victor Reader Stratus 12M, you will enter your serial number. It's 12 digits long for Victor Readers. Do not include the dashes unless it specifies you to do so. If you enter your serial number without the dashes and it doesn't go through, that's the key right there to let you know to enter the dashes, okay? Because it says serial number, blah, blah, dash, and then so on. Without further ado, on that matter, once you have your user authorization key downloaded, it's going to be a zip file. When you are done, you should find the one in the folder that will authorize your device. Okay? I want to make sure I don't get things wrong. But if you require further assistance, please contact Member Services Department at 800-221-4792. Okay? That's for Learning Ally customers. Again, NFB Newsline, Bookshare, and CNIB, RNIB, BNIB, and all those libraries do not require registration to use their materials with your new digital talking book player that you recently purchased. So now I'm going to show you that this book will work. Here we go.
No exit, and 3 other plays.
Processing. Book key. Enter validation code.
Okay, so this book requires a password. In this case, I'm going to get a line-in cable, again, because I'm not going to share that password. Again, that's just me who is taking security precautions. Oh, that's letting me know that it is time for my news reports, that being, okay.
Correct validation code. Book key. Processed.
Alright, so I entered my password, and now I'm going to show you how this plays. And now that it is playing, well, it's going to play.
Go to page. 1.
Page 1. Play 1. No exit.
And there you go. The book is playing.
Play in 1 act.
And there you are.
Beginning of book.
Now, for those of you who don't have a Learning Ally account, and if you love audiobooks, and if you are if you're in college, definitely sign up for this program because it's beyond worth it. Okay? They will help you when it comes to these beautiful services. And again, require further assistance, 1-800-221-4792. Alright guys, that's going to be my broadcast for today. And I'm going to turn this off so I don't drain the battery. So, again, that's going to do it for me, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye guys. Well, it looks like Kate Chappell is on, but let's see what's in store.
Resolution reached and what it means for you. Then baseball is back. Today the White Sox look to get their first win after an unusual start to the season. The news at 8:30 starts now.